we can be in a room with each other again.
Yeah.
And that's also like the time is so, you know, it's so irrelative, you know, like it's so
weird.
It's like, you know, we're all getting caught up in this now, but you know, it's like, what is 2 years on a lifetime, you know, when you think about, I mean, I'm the same, like for a long time I was really struggling. It's like, why am I not traveling? I want to see all these people, I want to do all these things. And I was going to all these studios teaching, and now I'm like, I'm quite happy where I am, and we'll see what happens, you know, with all this. And you know, so it's it changes all the time. My question for you was before you were mentioning about, you know, support your local, is what was I thinking? I was thinking something about, you said, what we were saying, you were saying you support your local. Oh yeah. How do you feel? So you're still fine with going online, and you're like, or do you think people are getting sick of coming online? Have you seen
a little bit?
Yeah,
of course, because I really miss the real connection.
Yeah,
it's so different. It's so nice to talk on Zoom, or I don't know, to have a video chat or something like this, but it's never the same like in person. Yeah, especially in a yoga class, this energy, and you know what I'm talking about, and everybody who has done a yoga class, this energy when everybody moves in the same asana and the same flow with the same breath, this energy when it's going to heat up, and then this very calm vibe in shavasana, and this energy,
the energy
after
in the room.
class, everybody is sitting there with a smiling on their face, and I really, really miss this.
And it's even also the breathing together, isn't it? Like it's the breathing together that my teacher Stuart was mentioned that the other day, like something that we can still not experience is like the actual breathing together, and hearing each other breathe, feeling each other breathe, and being in it together, you know. Is that, I think, because I do think that that's a definite, I think is one of the biggest problems at the moment, is that people are really lonely, and it's hard to make that connection, because as you're saying, a computer screen or seeing each other on video is not the same, you know. Like I definitely
even practicing at home is not the same, because I don't know what about you or other people are here at my home. I have a very small flat, and I just roll out my mat between, I don't know, the table and the TV, and next to me are the books, and
it's crazy,
when I'm in
right?
child's pose, I'm looking, oh my god, I have to do a little bit of cleaning, or
exactly, gotta vacuum clean. Well, it's also hilarious because now you can give people, like, you know, instructions like, no, put your leg in the cupboard. Yeah. No, you're fine. Yeah, because that's really going to help you. Like, or, you know, how people are, you can kind of implement whatever they have standing in their house, you know, it's crazy. Yeah.
Not everybody is having the space for our own room, you know, so there are partners also at home, there are children at home, there are animals at home, and everybody in the same Zoom room, and it can be very hard to stay focused, and
true.
Even I get really distracted from my own home here.
Because when you are practicing for yourself, do you go to your studio? Like, do you prefer to go to your studio, or?
And sometimes I go to the studio, and sometimes I stay at home.
Because is your studio close to your house?
It's just a 5-minute drive.
Okay. Good. So it's pretty close then. Yeah. And do you still feel like that very normal person, or are you a little less normal these days?
I think in my community here in the village here, I'm not normal anymore. But maybe if I would go to a town, I'm quite normal.
This is so funny. But how do you feel yourself though? Do you feel like you're a little bit more, let's say, are you less worried about blending in?
I don't want to blend in anymore.
See? That's it. That's what I like to hear.
Because
gotta stand out, girl.
Almost my whole life. So let's say the first 25 years I tried to blend in and to be as normal as possible, and just to fulfill the expectations of my parents and my co-workers and my chefs,
you're
and I
being
don't know.
you're being lived by others, you know. You're not living, that's not authentic living, you know. Yeah.
You know, I was doing a life coaching once while still working in finance, and the lady said to me, okay, you have to write a kind of self-care menu with things you really like to do. So-called hobbies or things like this.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there with this list, and there was nothing I can write down.
Wow, amazing, right?
You know, because I even don't know anymore what I really like to do.
Yeah.
I was writing down like in a curriculum. I don't know how you call it. I was writing down, okay, reading, going to the cinema, or things like this.
Walking my dog.
Walking with dog, just swimming in the lake, just the stupid answers everybody's giving, because I don't know really what I really liked of myself.
Yeah.
And it take me again years to find it out again, who I really am and what I really like. And yoga helped me so much on this path.
Yeah, I just want to say, because that's the journey. Yoga is the method and the destination, you know. Like, it's really definitely a mirror to yourself, you know. And I'm really happy that you found your authentic self, you know, because it's always there, you know. And I think you put a lot of layers on, trying not to, you know, like, oh, just want to fit in, you know, because whereas it's good to stand out and be different and be special, and be able to to also, I think you're a gift to your community. It must be, you know, you must be.
It needs really, you need strength for this, and you have to be confident in yourself and your being, and I think it takes a little bit more time sometimes.
And I'm sure that you can really teach other people about this now, right? To be a little bit less scared to fit in.
I'm just sharing my experiences. I'm always saying, okay, I'm not the person who is saying do it like this or that, or that's the right way. There's so many ways or approaches. I'm just here to share my experience, and on my path, this is helping me, or this yoga method is really bringing energy to me, or this calms me down, or maybe try this, or if you don't like it, try another version, or I don't know, things like this.
And do you also feel like, because you recently did the Jivamukti yoga teacher training, after all the, you know, you just mentioned the thousands of hours of already teachers you've done. Do you feel like you're always gonna, like, are you a person that always really wants to keep learning and growing and this ongoing education? Like, are you a very curious person that just keeps on?
Of course. I think this will never stop. There's so much to learn and so much to experience and so much to, so much new people, and even on the same method, different teachers have different teachings and are giving different inspirations. I also did a Kundalini yoga training with Kia Milla in the Himalayas, and and it was so it was such an experience too.
Yeah, that must be an incredible experience. Yeah, that's a beautiful place to do it, for sure. Wow. Because what is your view, and we're slowly wrapping up, but what is your view on digital teacher training as a yoga teacher and having your own studio? Like, can it be done? Is it okay? Because I have my question marks about it.
I know, I have it too. I think it's okay, just in the way I did it. If you have quite a lot of experience and have done teacher trainings in person before, then it's just a little add-on. Because you know what to do, you know how to move, you know where to place your hand and feet in downward dog and things like this. And but I think it's not a good decision to do it as your first training. This cannot work, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's also my opinion. Yeah, I just think that, you know, of course, I understand that we're moving with the times and it is Corona. You can't just, and I understand the decisions, because it's like, oh man, what are we going to do? Like, we can't not have a teacher training for nearly 2 years or a year and a half or something. which I understand, but I find it a little bit dangerous even, you know, like, and I think in general, like teacher trainings can be a bit like, I sometimes feel like, are these people just buying a certificate or are they actually
I fully
paying
agree.
attention, you know? I mean, I'm a person, I'm very dedicated. I really want to learn, like, you know, I'm always open to feedback, you know, but I think only now after like nearly 8 years of teaching that I feel, you know, in my body and in the right way of like, wow, yeah, I really feel like I'm getting somewhere now as a teacher, which took me a really long time and
Me
practice
too.
every day, you know.
It takes you years really to
find your voice, find your confidence. Totally.
And to be really a teacher or I think it can be quite dangerous if you just do this online trainings and then go out into the world. But to be honest, of course, after my first training in person 10 years ago, maybe I wasn't even a good teacher. So
green as grass. I still remember. I always say, because I was teaching in Australia, and in Australia, when you are going for your driver license, you have an L plate, like a learner's plate.
Yeah.
So I was always saying to people like, hey, I'm Cara, I'm on my L plates, you know, like that's really how I felt. And of course I had an incredible teacher, Mick Barnes, bless him so much for just allowing me to do that, like giving me the opportunity within, you know, his studio. And, you know, he's still, I mean, I remember my teachers, he's still very important to me. And I think that's an important thing to have, like a good teacher like that. But I think, I think it's one of those things where I'm a little bit like, wow, really going digital now, you know, is that sort of, you know, because is it something that you, after all these hours that you have under your belt now, is it something that you want to do? Do you want to teach your own teacher training one day? No. Straight away. No,
I'm not interested. No.
Okay. And why not?
I can explain, really. I just want to share my experience. I want to go on retreats with people. I just want to be in community with. I don't want to tell people how to do things or.
Yeah.
No, I think there are great teachers out there where you can really learn, and and my whole intention, because of another training and of especially the Jivamukti training, was I wanted to add more depth to my teaching. I really want to go deeper, or I want really to include more philosophy or chanting, or the sutras, or things like this. I don't want to. Of course, I have included that before. I don't want to teach poses anymore or sequences, because I think you can be just a teacher of poses or asanas very quickly. There's so many resources out there. Just have a look at Instagram.
No, this is the thing. Like, I think that there's the depth is very beautiful, and going deeper for yourself. And then also, I mean, because all you're learning is also, you're an instrument. You're like, you're, you know, making an instrument, you know, it's that feeling of you're just paying it forward, whatever you're learning, you know? So
that's why I was really grateful for the training, because it really saved me. It kept me on learning, it kept me on doing, it kept me on connected with my study buddies and met online and all these mentor meetings and doing homework. It just kept me busy during the pandemic, right? You know what I mean?
It's also, that's definitely, I mean, I'm doing currently also my own studying and new training and stuff, and it's definitely so motivating as well. Like, yes, you know, I got stuff to do, got stuff to study and get through, and materials to go through. Absolutely. And because, like, what does the future look like for you, Michaela? Do you have some really, you know, big future plans? Do you have some dreams, like, when it comes to you and yoga and life?
I just hope that I can teach in person again.
Yeah, that's a good dream to have. The biggest dream.
I hope that we can meet in person each other and do some great workshops. And I really want to teach. Bigger groups again, and be on festivals, and be on, I don't know, retreats. I miss being on retreats with people, with a bunch of people for a whole week, and spend time together. Things like this.
No, definitely.
Just easy things, nothing special.
Yeah. No, that's really, I think that's a really good, like, keep it small, you know, like, first of all, I just want to teach in the